Hey, what's up, everybody? We're back. Quick little tutorial. This is a good one because it's kind of timing with piggybacking with a post that I just did. Here's the idea. I've talked about this before: intentions and performance outcomes. They're not always the same thing. Okay, so intentions as a coach. Maybe my intention, um, magnitude of force, and I'm going to do back squats. How much force can I produce? Awesome. That was your intention. You designed a specific drill for that purpose. Okay, you met your objective. Okay. Other times though, we say these drills, right? I'm going to do a speed drill. I'm going to do a prep drill. I'm going to do a sprinting drill, and then the drill doesn't actually correlate to the performance outcome. Okay, so that's all I'm saying. If we're doing drills where we look at things through a lens of dynamic correspondence and we're looking at some of the different properties, intramuscular coordination, positions, force application, things like that, some of the drills just don't have as much transfer. Okay, that doesn't mean anybody's bad. No, I'm just questioning things. That's all it means, really, right? So if we're doing straight-legged punch down drills, then we have to evaluate that. Okay, because I'm hearing the cues when we do these punch, 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 punch. Um, Different things I'm hearing. We want the hips to be completely neutral. So you're trying to probably tell the athlete to lock up their hips, even though we know the pelvis has to have oscillation in space. You're probably locking it up. You're telling them to keep it tight under your torso, under your shoulders. Okay, you're telling them to extend and get straight. Okay, so we know, again, I'm not a big shape guy. Like, I don't need all my drills to look like this shape, but a straight-legged landing, that's not how we sprint either, with only vertical application of force. That doesn't make sense, right? There's a vertical to a horizontal, which gives you the rotation. Okay, and that's been well documented, especially, okay, side note, like Ken Clark and I had a beautiful discussion yesterday, and two professionals interacting with each other, very mutual respect, and we talked about the hip cycle rotation. It's very similar to the ankle complex, the shin falling. Okay, but you don't get that when you punch straight down. You're missing that. And then when you punch straight down, that's coming back at you so fast, there's nothing you could do with it. So then it becomes, the intention of the drill was a speed drill. What about the performance outcome? Well, this athlete still, this athlete still runs a 4.3 that did that drill. This athlete still, 1,500 yards, 10 touchdowns. This athlete still, averaged 22 points a game basketball. Okay, well, then we know this drill probably had zero transfer to performance outcome. Okay, maybe it wasn't negative, so I'm not saying negative. It wasn't positive though. Okay, so we all have to be on the same page with that. There's different levels of transferability. Okay, so the intention was this speed preparation. Um, Intention is speed development. The performance outcome is, well, not on the same path. They're not correlated because they still had a great performance outcome where they were nowhere near resembling any of the dynamic correspondence to that drill. Okay, so then the other question a lot of people ask me is, well, then how do you do drills? Well, you might actually start eliminating some of your drills, right? And if you get influenced like I have heavily by some of the Rob Gray literature in terms of dynamic, ecological dynamics, and really trying to get athletes like in their sport, and then you can then use the constraints-led approach in that model to manipulate variables, then essentially they're doing runs and sprints all the time, and you're manipulating different constraints. You don't have to have 50 different drills. I used to. I don't anymore. Now I can take the football athletes and maybe we do 2 drills before our speed session, our sprints. I've posted that a million times now. That's what I do. I'll pick maybe 2 of my weaknesses and I'll have a little like kind of a pre type of thing that I do before my sprint. But then I go and then I just work on different elements of the technique itself. Okay. So hopefully that's clear. Hopefully that makes sense. Again, I just throw out this information to have open dialogue, especially with any of the young coaches that are trying to learn, because I made all these mistakes when I was younger in this field, right? I was a freaking idiot. I just did anything people told me. Now I question things a little bit more. Okay. Hope you found this pretty useful.